Yo, what's going on, my gremlins? We got big news for Lego Fortnite today. So they just showed two new modes, and they just showed Stormsick bosses. So if you want to figure out what's going on with that, make sure to stick around. But first, we're going to talk about the Cozy mode. So Cozy mode makes the game a little bit easier, and it says when you load in the game, Slumber will spawn in and guide you through the mode step by step. So this seems more like chill, like not that bad. They described it as a mix of survival and sandbox, so I don't know like if you'll be able to fly around. I don't know about all that, but it just sounds like an easier survival, so we'll have to see how it is on Thursday. So that's 2 days away, so I'm pretty excited for this update. They also show the default settings for this. So the enemies are on. There's a new setting, which is enemy difficulty, and that'll be set on easy. Storm wild enemies, which is also a new setting, will be off. Hunger's off, temperature's off, stamina's off. The player can respawn. Drop inventory upon elimination is off, so you get to keep your inventory at all times. Friendly creatures, of course, are on. Friendly fire is off. Your villagers are on. Power system, I don't really know what that is. Maybe like the cars, I guess. That's off. And village animals removed on elimination is also turned off, so your animals are safe from all the campfires. Getting into the expert mode, they say afraid of wild wolves. Well, now they're even wilder. So first of all, before I even get more into this, if you're afraid of the wolves, don't even try expert mode, bro. To be honest, the wolves are pretty easy. I'm happy when I see the wolves in a cave instead of like some beefed up skeletons at like the Frostlands or something. But pretty much it says in expert mode there's these storm like creatures and they're affected by the storm. They're like, where'd the storm come from? They put that in parentheses. I don't know where the storm came from. They do. They making the story. But hey, they say all the storm sick enemies, they'll have more health, they move faster, they deal more damage, and they're just overall harder. All the storm like creatures that they have is a storm wild blaster, so the little guys that blow up. Storm wild bone wolf, which is gonna be a pain, I already know. Storm wild brute, storm wild frost brute, storm wild frost roller, storm wild frost scorpion, storm wild frost wolf, storm wild hermit crab, storm wild sand brute, storm wild sand roller, storm wild sand scorpion, storm wild sand spider, storm wild sand wolf, storm wild scorpion, storm wild scoundrels, which I think are like man cake or like the crash dummies, storm wild spider, storm wild stone roller, and storm wild wild wolf. And then I'm gonna put a picture of the brute if I didn't already show it, but I'm gonna show him again because it honestly looks sick. I'm excited for this. A storm sick brute, that's pretty dope, I'm not gonna lie to you. They also mentioned that all the enemies are stronger, so they're buffed up as well. And then one of the big things is you're permanently eliminated if you get eliminated. So if you're done for, you're done for. But there is one exception. They are adding a totem of return, so it's kind of like the little, I don't know, totem of undying. It's like the little baby you hold in Minecraft, but if you have it in your inventory, then if you die in your expert world, you'll respawn in your bed with your backpack, which is awesome. You get to keep your inventory, but bro, if you don't have that, you're cooked, bro. You're cooked. It says if you want to unlock the recipe for the Totem of Return, which I know you're going to want to if you're playing expert mode, you need a Storm Core, and you get that from the Storm Wild enemies. They also mentioned a Totem of the Immortal, and they said that'll also be in expert mode, so that looks like another new one, but they don't show any picture, they just mentioned it. I don't know if that's a slip up or what, but they kind of teased it if they didn't mean to. I'm really excited for both of these new charms, so if you're excited for both these charms, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'm adding this in the middle just to make sure y'all are listening, bro. Just make sure, hit me up in the comments, let me know if you're going to be playing on expert mode. But anyway, let's get back into it. So they're going to add trophies for our bravery, their words. But it says mark your skills with trophies in your world. So you can get a grasslands trophy by defeating a Stormwild Brute in the grasslands and interacting with a level 10 grasslands village. I don't know if it's every time you get the Brute, but these statues look dope. I want multiple in my base. I want to put like at least like 5, I think, like in my base. So like grasslands village, I want like 5 trophies. I'm finna be going crazy on these brutes. The Dry Valley trophy, same thing, Stormwild Sand Brute, and then interact with the level 10 Dry Valley, and then Frostlands, defeat a Stormwild Frost Brute, and interact with the level 10 Frostlands village. I don't know how hard these guys are going to hit, but they're making it seem like they're pretty hard, especially if you get a trophy for it. The trophy also looks like the Storm King if you played that event from a long time ago. I don't have any footage, but I mean, he looks just like the statue, to be honest. They're also kind enough to give us the settings for expert mode as well. So the enemies are on, and none of these modes can be changed, by the way. Enemies are on, enemy difficulty is set on hard, Stormwild enemies are on and cannot be changed. Hunger's on, temperature's on, stamina's on. Player elimination is permanent and cannot be changed. Drop inventory upon elimination is on. Friendly creatures on. Friendly damage is off, but this is the only setting that you can actually change, so if you really just want to be a menace or you just want to have like some type of War World or something, bro. I don't know. You gotta be a menace to have that on, to be honest. Villagers are on. Power systems on. It says it cannot be changed and you'll have to put in the work. I have no idea what the power system is, but I'm really interested to find out what it is on Thursday. And then village animals removed on elimination, so, you know, just keep them away from your campfires. I've mentioned keeping your animals away from the campfires twice now, but they've actually improved that. So it says in like the bug fixes, animals will do a better job avoiding your campfires. Wolves learned how to swim, so that's fun, I guess. Lava caves on your Star Wars island will have rubies, so that's great. That's always a plus. More resources. Skeletons will be less likely to spawn in villages, so if you're relying on bones for your biofuel, you're gonna get less bones for that. But hey, if you need help with that, I have 2 guides on how to get free biomass, so make sure to check those out on my LEGO Fortnite playlist. Just check out my playlist, you'll find them. The world villager count in the village hub will display correctly, and then the rebel villagers from your Star Wars village will not count towards your max villager cap anymore. I ran into that problem. It did fix itself somehow. I really don't know how. I've only added like 1 or 2 villagers since, but I've always traded them out, so I was being careful with that. But whenever it first happened, I got Polar Peely and I was so annoyed. I was like, bro, I finally get Polar Peely and I can't. I had to get rid of a villager, but I just got rid of one that comes around anyway, so it wasn't too big of a deal. But that is a good bug fix, so shout out to Epic. Thank you again for this amazing update. There is one more big bug fix, and if you like building stuff, you're really gonna like this one. So the low memory and too many constructs nearby, they kind of address that. So it's due to like low memory or too many constructs like in the same area. So try reducing your overall constructs, unique constructs or items and creatures in that area. If you move away from that area, that can help the problem, and re-entering the world sometimes helps, is what they say. If there's too many constructs nearby, try spreading them out over like a large area. I mean, that's kind of, you know, basic stuff is what they're kind of saying, but use like bigger parts than smaller ones if that kind of helps. I know like having small fine details is nice, and there is some parts that they don't have. Like if you want to have like a black wall, you're gonna have to use like a floor piece over and over, but I think that's from like a paid build anyway, so I don't know. But just make sure to not build too much like big things. If you see that pop up on your village, they'll make sure to let you know. Like it'll pop up in the top. I haven't had it happen to me, but I think it's just like a big red thing at the top whenever you walk into your village. But anyway, that's all that I got for today. Besides the new skins, I'm not really going to spoil any of the new skins. There's probably at least like 100. I have like, dang, I got 6 screenshots of a full phone list. So if that tells you anything, there's a whole lot of skins coming. But I prefer to look at them whenever the update comes out. And I don't know, I always like reacting to the skins. If not, I'll just show you like one of the ones that I like. But one of the ones that I saw when I was like reading it, I saw a Mega Rock, and I've been really excited for that because I want to rock him in expert mode. I feel like that'd be pretty nice. I don't know, kind of give me like a little Viking vibe, give me some good warrior feels. A Mega Rock's pretty cold. I think he could survive expert mode. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you're gonna play cozy or expert. I'm definitely gonna be playing expert. I'm gonna start live streaming this actually, so I'm gonna live stream my expert playthrough whenever that comes out on Thursday. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But that's all I really got for y'all today. Make sure to practice your LEGO Fortnite skills in the meantime if you're gonna get ready for your expert update. I'm definitely just gonna be going fighting brutes. In the background, I'm fighting brutes in a new world that me and my girlfriend play sometimes, but I don't know, I was taking out the brutes for us, like straight up 1v1. I had like a green sword. I was hitting him for 5 health, so I think I'm pretty ready for it. And last thing, thank y'all so much for 551 subs. 550 is a nice milestone, so I'm just gonna set my next milestone to 600 because I was like, oh, next milestone is 1,000, which yeah, that's true, but let's just set our next goal to 600, you know, keep it a little simple. So I appreciate every single one of y'all that sticks around. I am still making my LEGO Fortnite content, so you know, don't go anywhere. I mean, I like Black Ops 6, but you know, I make both. I can do both, you know. But you know, just make sure to stay tuned, and again, I really do appreciate and love every single one of y'all, all 551 of y'all currently, so thank you again. But it's been muted, and I'm gonna go get ready for these Stormsick bosses, and I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video.